now for an update on the by-election preparedness, where security agencies and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission say they have finalized preparations ahead of today's parliamentary by-election. Our reporter Sidney Chazima has the latest on the security situation and the Commission's state of readiness. Sidney, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Coming live from Ol Kalou Primary School, or Ol Kalou Senior School, I beg your pardon, where preparations are in top gear. And we are just seeing here, these are presiding officers and deputy presiding officers across various stations right here in Ol Kalou, just gathering here and getting their details just to collect the strategic and non-strategic electoral materials and then head out to various polling stations spread out in Ol Kalou constituency. And what we can report that we've had a conversation with the returning officers and various commissioners from IEBC, and what they're telling us that preparations are in top gear and that they've not witnessed any hitches so far. You've also had an update from the security sector saying that the deployment of police officers is in motion just to ensure that those who will turn up tomorrow to cast their ballots will do so in a very peaceful environment. And if my producer Mugonyi can just play you one of the sound bites, then we can get an update later on during the day.
I want to join him by assuring the citizens and the registered voters of Ol Kalou constituency that we have an election tomorrow. The election starts from 6 a.m. in the morning and ends at 5 p.m. In the evening. But whoever shall be on the queue at 5 p.m. will, of course, according to the regulations and the rules, will be allowed to cast his vote. The commission, led by the chairperson yesterday, gave a brief of what to expect and the do's and don'ts of this by-election, just like any other by-election. We are not introducing rules that are separate from what have happened in the other by-elections. And we reiterated, and we want to reiterate, that we do not expect that any person who is not accredited shall be allowed into the polling station, except the voter. The voter has a right to enter the polling station, and after voting, he leaves the polling station. Any other person, the 400 meters radius, which is the polling station, is not allowed unless you produce accreditation documents, which include a letter, a badge from IEBC, and an oath of secrecy. Those are the documents we expect to see for any person, including the media, because even media is accredited, and I can see you have the badges with you, so that we have a process that is smooth, and we leave the voters to exercise their right without any interference. The chairman and the commission also reiterated that we do not expect that people will abuse the secrecy of the ballot. So we don't expect that any Kenyan will enter the booth, vote, and then take a photo. This is against the rules and against the law. Therefore, we expect that you vote and you preserve your secrecy. It is your secret. The Constitution says that voting in Kenya is by secret ballot. So once you vote, just go home, cast your vote, and then you go. It's upon you to do that and protect your own vote. Lastly, allow me to explain the voter identification process, because I can see some people requesting whether we have the manual register, whether we have whether our KIMS kit will work, and what is the process. The voter identification process is by biometrics that are already captured in the register of voters. The register of voters is in the KIMS kit, the one we shall use. So when a voter enters a polling station, the first thing he must produce is an identification document, which is the national ID or the passport, depending on which document he registered with. Once you come, then you shall be to give your ID, and once the ID is confirmed it's your ID, then the next time is to check whether your biometric are matching from the register. And you go figure by figure to see which figure is matching. We also have facial recognition as part of a biometric identification that is in the register. All those cannot fail. But in the unlikely event that your fingerprints are not working, which is, in the extreme cases from experience, there are very few cases, we resort to alphanumeric identification. Alphanumeric identification is where we type your ID number.
All right, just a correction on that. What is happening today in Ol Kalou is the preparation for the by-election that will be taking place tomorrow on the 16th of July. Still on that